I don't know, tell me. He was like, yes, we just got your UFC contract. I'm like, really? And what did that mean exactly? Because I didn't even like expecting or dreaming too much about UFC. I'm just like, well, whatever, but I want to become a boxer. That was my dream. Then since the UFC was the opportunity right there came to me, I had to take it before figure out what next, but I had to take the opportunity, you know. So that's how I get in the UFC.
What's the biggest purse you ever had yet?
My biggest purse?
Yeah.
Why? It's not millions like yours.
No, it's just starting, but you don't expect that yet. You're gonna get your day, trust me.
$500,000?
That's a lot, trust me.
Yeah.
There's a lot coming back home from Africa.
Yeah.
There'll be more, trust me.
Yes.
Just
And
attitude, positive. Life is all about attitude. How your attitude, you have a wonderful attitude.
yeah. And what I like in it is like, I mean, I can say I have achieved maybe some part of my dream, not all of them, but some part of it, because when I go back home today, I look at my family, you know, I'm happy. I'm happy that they are not concerned about anything anymore, you know, because my biggest fear, before I left Cameroon, I went see my mom. I stayed with my mom for like 3 weeks. She didn't know why I was there for that long, but I was there because that was my last time before I leave. And I didn't know how it's gonna end up out there, because people die. You're going in the ocean with the
that a life preserver.
Yeah, and you don't know what's gonna happen. And then when you're somewhere fighting for your dream, for something, to make something, and then they came up with some story like with Mike Tyson on, and this guy will end up go to jail and come back and still be in the top level. I'm like, everything is possible, you know? I mean, it's like a motivation. Sometimes good things are really good, but the most important thing sometimes that you can also look up in what's supposed to be bad and see the good in it, and that's what is really important. That's what you learn out of it, you know.
I remember Ali, you know, he didn't go to prison, but they took he couldn't fight for 3 years.
Yeah.
And he came back eventually and won the title, you know, after losing the Frazier and losing the Norton, but he still came back and won the title.
That's because he refused to go to Vietnam.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. And when I went to prison for 3 years, I said, I'm going to do it too, just like Ali. But I said, I'm going to win the title, the first fight. He didn't win the first fight with Frazier. I said, the first fight, I'm going to win.
Yeah. I think it's always good when you have to look to, I mean, us human, we are weak, and we always need to look up to somebody as an example to prove ourselves.
No, same thing as myself, you know. I said when I saw Ali and those guys, I didn't see Ali in his prime, but I saw Ray Leonard and Duran. And as soon as I saw them, I said, this is what I'm going to do in my life. I'll die before I not make this. This is what I'm going to dedicate my life to.
Yeah.
It's interesting, isn't it? Like, you have no idea what you're capable of.
I could do it. Then I saw those guys, and I saw them guys pull all that. The people went crazy. I said, I want the people to do that for me. I said, I want the people to do that for me. It's for fucking me up, turn me out. Turn me out is watching them fight. Fuck, I want to do that. Imagine you got your sign out there, and the next thing you know, somebody in a Rolls Royce come pick you up at the end of the day and take you home.
I'm like, I was a homeless at the time, but I think that this was one of the best moments in my life. I was somewhere that I cannot care about being sick or what to eat. For the first time in my life, this was the very first time, and I was very happy with that. Even though I was homeless, and people was like, "Why your situation is like really bad?" Sorry, I'm like, don't mind me. I'm good. I'm really good.
No shit. Americans start getting mad. They don't got no food. We just go see somebody with snatch the fuck out. We start eating the food. We start fighting in America when we're hungry. We start stealing and taking stuff. Right? That's what we do. When we get hungry, we start taking and stealing stuff. robbing and stealing, begging and stuff.
Yeah, that's how I went in France. Then I walked to the gym, and I told them right away. I was honest with them. I'm like, look, guys, I really want to do this, but I don't have no money, even no clothes, nothing, no place to sleep. But I just want somewhere that I can train because I'm gonna.
I know when they saw you, they said, yeah. And
Yeah, they're like, fuck you.
they said to come right on. And
Yeah, so it was kind of like too controversial thing. Like this guy worked through the gym with nothing and just like he's gonna be a world champion. So we are here, we don't want to be world champion, you know. So it's this kind of ego. But at the meantime, they look the man and I'm like, okay, let's give him some credit, you know. Yeah, and I'm like, okay, we're gonna talk to the main coach and see what he said. And 4 days after, they called me and say yes, the coach agreed that you can train, you can come train with us. And I was very happy. I was like, this is the beginning of everything.
Wow.
You know, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna be the guy maybe for other kids, but for myself. And then I just opened a gym there, a foundation for kids, you know, trying to
Awesome.
give them, because they might have some kids there with the same dream as me.
yeah, definitely.
And I believe that knowing that what that will represent for me, you know, I believe that even like doing it for like 3-4 kids, that's worth it.
Definitely, man. So wait, going back, why does Dana White do shit like that? Like, why is it personal? Does he just decide? Does he have, you know, is he judge, jury, and executioner when it comes to who's fighting and who's not?
No, I don't think it's like that.
This is how, well, you call Dana like a promoter pretty much, right? So this is how a promoter do. A promoter looks who's going to be the biggest draw. If you're a champion, who's going to put more people in the seats? You know, you could be listening, some guy, you look at a guy like Cormier, he's a great fighter, right? But
He's really great.
he's a great fighter. This happens in boxing too. Great fighter. Can't nobody beat him, but he can't bring people to the seat like that. You know what I mean? And then you get a guy that's not as excited than him and stuff or something, but he has this little marker, he does his thing, he brings his flag in and stuff, and that excites the people, you know what I mean? They're, what you call that stuff when you, patrioticalism and all that stuff, 'cause this is a really patriotic country, especially when you bring the flag in.
I'm like, she doesn't have to fear. I'm like, no, nothing. And one of my goals was to take that fear out of her. And it took a long time to make her feel like safe, because like when I started to do my thing and like send money to her, and she was even scared to use the money because I'm like, okay, if I use it today, tomorrow, what's gonna happen tomorrow? You know, when you don't have for a long time, you have something, you're trying to extend it for all the rest of the time. I'm like, Mom, I got you. Let's do it, like, you know. But it being a long process.
Did you ever try to process to get her over here in America?
I tried to make her come to my last fight, but they denied her visa for twice.
Oh.
I tried twice, you know, but I gotta try again next year.
Don't give up.
When the UFC gonna go in France, first we're gonna make that happen in France.
Can't your agents help you out on something like that?
They help me, but it's not just about my agent. My agent.
Laws? I'm talking about lawyer to get some work over the laws and stuff.
You know, it's political stuff. We are a small country coming to America. Who are you? What is your position in life? You know.
No, my star is a star fighter in America in the UFC organization. No. And his name is such and such, and this is his name, and he's the champion, he's going to be champion.
Yeah,
He's going to be representing this country.
Yeah, that's cool, but it doesn't help as much because even the UFC helpful, you know, they write down the letter and everything perfect, but support everything and it didn't work. You know.
Did he ever get you any immigration lawyer?
We're gonna try that next time. But the first time we thought he's just gonna be.
Get some immigration lawyers.
She's gonna come here, man.